Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is our Rice News analyst, Emmanuel Malabite Efeni. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, Ruben.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rufai. And good morning, Tundu.
Morning.
I hope you Ogun State indigents did not use your influence.
I'm feeling a bit smug this morning.
Well, thank you. Well, Ogun State, well prepared, and they were given their allocation. I think that's kudos to the governor of Ogun State and his team, not the influence of the morning show team, all of whom are from Ogun State.
Your state is not ready, by the way.
Don't go there, please.
Your governor is a medical doctor.
Don't go there. Don't go there, Ruben. We'll be ready.
Your governor is a medical doctor.
They just had the local government election over the weekend.
Excuses.
Lori Roth.
Now, let's start the review of the newspapers with this day, Nigeria's newspaper of records. The lead story, pressure mount on federal government to save oil windfall as price rallies at $71. Analysts say price rise will increase external reserve and engender currency stability, raise concern on impact on fuel price. Yes, with oil rallying at $71 per barrel, is huge leap for Nigeria because the benchmark for the 2021 budget is $40 per barrel. So there will be money, and experts are urging the government, the federal government, that instead of embarking in profligacy, they should save for the rainy day, and it makes sense. But in a situation where the government borrows so much to fund its budget, it will be also difficult not to dip your hands into this excess amount coming into the country as a result of the rise in oil price. Of course, the surge yesterday was due to missile attack on some Saudi oil facilities. Now, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, COVID-19, orderly rollout of vaccines will test Nigeria's ability, federal government. Nobody is safe until everybody is safe. 70% of Nigerians will be vaccinated by 2022, according to the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Says 2021 urge, no COVID-19 vaccination, no pilgrimage. That's NACON. Now, there's a story also beneath the lead story there. I know nothing about kidnapping, Wakili says. Yes, the man referred to as kidnapped kingpin in the Igboho area of Ogun State, of Oyo State. Well, he was interviewed yesterday by the Nigerian Tribune at the CID, the Criminal Investigation Department in Ibadan. And the man says he had never been involved in crime in his over 20 years stay in the Southwest Zone. I think it was also good that we heard from the man being accused of being a kidnapped kingpin, whom the Daily Trust newspaper described as a blind Fulani leader. Now, the leadership newspaper, COVID-19 vaccination centers not ready 3 days after flag off. Portal contact switched off. FCT residents stranded. State received COVID-19 vaccines today. Now, despite all the optics we are seeing, VIPs receiving their jabs, the leadership newspaper is reporting that the 65 centers earmarked in Abuja and environs are not ready. So the ordinary citizens are still waiting for their own turn. I hope the CDC and the Presidential Task Force will look into that very quickly so that we are not just talking about television jabs and VIP getting their jabs. The ordinary citizens should be giving theirs as quickly as possible. Now, The Guardian newspaper, Nigeria's The Guardian newspaper, COVID-19 vaccine safe, government assures as more VIPs get jab. Austria suspend jabs with batch of AstraZeneca vaccine. After one person died, another fell ill after taking shots. Nigeria expecting next batch of COVID-19 vaccines in May, which may be sizable compared to initial delivery. Gambari, Marwa, Mustafa, ministers, PTF members, journalists receive first dose of vaccine. Now, the News Direct newspaper, COVID-19, Nigeria to ban flights from UAE, Netherlands in a reciprocal measure. Recall that not too long ago, Nigeria temporarily suspended flights to the United Arab Emirates because Emirates Airlines were boarding passengers with test certificates from unauthorized, unregistered sources. Now, the Daily Sun newspaper, bandits launch fresh multiple attacks in Niger communities. Kill park guard, injure 4, abduct 30. Governor rules out dialogue with gunmen to arm vigilante with high caliber weapons. And the Daily Trust make more specific, Niger to arm vigilante with pump action guns. That's the Daily Trust newspaper. Will not disband groups. Governor Sani Bello, no negotiation with bandits, 2 brides to be, 17 others kidnapped. Now, if we quickly look at the foreign newspapers, yes, in the UK and elsewhere, the Meghan and Harry interview grabbing the headlines. The Times of UK, palace in turmoil over Meghan's racism claim. While the Guardian of UK reports, palace in crisis following devastating racism claim. Now, the Daily Telegraph of UK also reporting, Duchess has shown courage, says Biden. The Americans weighing in there. White House praises successes, disclosure of struggles in Oprah interview as palace comes under intense pressure to respond to racism claims. Even the Washington Post is also weighing in. Racial reckoning reaches the palace gates. Harry and Meghan interview shatters image of acceptance. The Washington Post claiming that indeed Meghan was not really accepted despite the optics during their wedding. Ruben, Rufai, and Tundu. I hope there's still time to say 1 or 2 things.
Well, I think we have just about less than a minute. But just to say that, with regard to the vaccination program for COVID-19, yes, it's good to see Boss Mustafa, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, and Chairperson of the Presidential Task Force expressing confidence and assuring everyone that, they're serious about what they're doing. However, I think I've not seen in place any effort, any attempt to address the challenge of vaccine hesitancy. When Aaron was here to discuss sports, we were just talking about athletes going to the Tokyo Olympics who are saying that, look, the Ministry of Sports cannot make it compulsory for them to take the vaccine. And there are many people like that, in our society who are still hesitant. So there should be a very robust communication program to make sure that people are persuaded that it is in their best interest to take the vaccine when they have the opportunity to do so. And I made a point about, journalists also. We're told a few journalists have taken, but shouldn't they have a special program for journalists too, so that we too can have access to it? And if any, the elder can be one of the first persons to take from this end.
How about you, Dr. Matthew?
So I'm covered.
Okay.
How about you, Dr. Matthew?
Why not? Anyway, thank you very much, Emmanuel Efeni.